Hi everyone. So for you who don't know me, my name is Brittany Hart, and today I'm going to be talking about the correlation between Starbucks and Instagram and how Starbucks uses Instagram to promote themselves and get people excited and things like that. So when we're in a generation that is so based off our phones and what we see and what we do off there, it's really important for companies to jump on board and figure out how they're going to get our attention and how they're going to stand out from all the other competition they may have. So when you look at a place like Starbucks, they have Tim Hortons and local coffee shops, and you can get coffee from the corner store. So what's going to make yourself different? What's going to make people decide they want to pay your prices instead of a much lower price somewhere else? How do you gain that following? How are you going to make yourself different is really important. So when we look at Instagram, Instagram has kind of come up through the ranks. It started in 2010, and it's by a guy named Kevin Systrom and Mike Keeter. So they really started this out about 8 years ago, and once they got it all up and running, they didn't really release it to the public. They simply took it, started putting pictures themselves, so they were taking on there, uploading them, putting filters on them, not really using any words, just the pictures and filters and seeing what they can create from that. Something really unique about Instagram was that it was the first photo sharing site. So when you looked at things like Facebook, it was a lot of videos and statuses and news links and not so much photo based, where Instagram itself was the complete opposite and was strictly based on photos. So that was really exciting. So next, looking at going back into Starbucks. So Starbucks promotion is huge. Once you look through their page, you see a lot of promotions for new drinks, for upcoming holidays. So something they are really good at is always having a new cool drink. So as you're scrolling through, every so up, you get another unique drink. So that's really neat. Another thing with promotion is you'll go through and they have lots of cool events. So they do things like Macchiato Monday or Frappuccino Friday, and really draw people in to get them excited about these days a week. And it's not like these drinks are on special, they're just creating a day almost for them, which is really cool. As well, they also are good at naming events. So like holidays, they'll have each holiday on there a few days before and obviously the day of. So things like Mother's Day, Father's Day, say graduations are coming up, and they'll create logo gift cards for these events. So instead of just trying to buy people a coffee, you can give them a gift card with that logo, which is really exciting, and they can go get coffee themselves, which again just feeds into that, getting more and more people to follow Starbucks, which is really good for them. It's really smart. Next one, we're looking at the specialty drinks. So this is something I found come up quite a bit, which I thought was really, really neat, because this is an extremely smart move they made to gain followers on Instagram. So they have become quite famous for creating these kind of crazy drinks. So one of the last ones that I saw, in Canada at least, they do vary from Canada and the US, I've noticed. The US gets quite a few more. But we had this drink called the Unicorn Frappuccino, and it was pink and blue, and it looked wild, but it was very cool, and it was perfect for a picture. So people would go just to get this for the picture. Apparently, I did not ever try it. It tasted really bad, and people didn't even like the drink itself, but sales were still very high because people were going just to take a picture and post it on Instagram. So again, smart move. They didn't even make something that tastes good, but people still went and bought it just for that picture. And once people post that picture on Instagram, they'll use hashtags such as like hashtag Starbucks or hashtag unicorn drink, and people can see those hashtags and start following it as well. Then if they see that and they're like, what is that? They'll go and get it. So it's very smart. They have always had people going and trying to get these drinks. So that's really exciting. And they also, what I've noticed is they create drinks based on seasons as well. So if you look through their page, which I put in the PowerPoint for you to kind of look through, I took a screenshot of their page. It's so green, it's so bright, and so they kind of base it off where they're at too. So if there's a holiday going on, they have these like bright drinks or really refreshing looking drinks. Summer, they're all icy. Winter, they're all the hot drinks. So they kind of go through that as well, so keep you with the seasons, which is really neat. So color. I am huge on color, and I think that's how a lot of people are too. If you see these bright, beautiful colors, you're attracted to whatever it is you're looking at. So again, using their page, because for Instagram, their page is kind of what makes them them. You see immediately a lot of green. Green is huge on that page. So it's like bright, refreshing. It makes you feel really good. And then as you go through, you'll see a lot of pinks, reds, yellows, all colors that generally make you feel good and happy and bright. So that's really, really nice to see. And as well, it's really cool. They'll go through the seasons with you. So they're very on point when it's winter. It's all winter themed. When it's fall, you'll have pumpkins and orange all throughout with of course, usually a hot drink in the middle. So it always gives you the illusion that if it's fall, you should be drinking this hot drink. In the summertime months, they have cold, icy drinks, they're frappuccinos, so it really makes you think of like, oh yeah, it's really hot out right now. That would be so good. I would love to go get a nice coffee. So they keep it with the times of where you are in your year, and then they correlate that so that they always have your attention almost. They're like, oh, if we can influence them that this food tastes good right now, then maybe they'll choose us. So a little history on Starbucks itself. It was started in 1971 in Seattle. So the head office is actually still in Seattle. So if you ever see the corporate office or anything like that, it's all based out of there. So that's really neat. The first shop that they ever opened was in Pike Place Market, and it's actually still there, which is really cool. It's very small. I saw some pictures of it, and it doesn't have much going on. There's no chairs. There's no tables. There's nothing like that, which is very different from the Starbucks we see now. They've really created a brand for themselves where people want to sit there and do homework and have their drinks and hang out. Very different, obviously, from where they started, where they were just taking orders and getting those drinks out. So that's really neat as well, that I learned that they didn't always have that plan for people to hang out there. So in conclusion, we've definitely learned that it's really, really important for brands to constantly be on top of what's going on in the social media world. We're at a place in time where we don't look in the paper or drive around looking for new places. We look at our phone and we see what other people like or dislike, or what comments they've made, or what they think is cool in the moment. And that's how we base all our decisions now. We base all our decisions off what our phone tell us are good and bad. So how are companies going to make sure they come out on top and people are saying good things? I think Starbucks has done a really good job. They've made themselves seem exciting. They've made themselves seem almost exclusive. They've come out with things that just look really good and for the most part taste really good. But I mean, I guess you can't have both always. So they've just taken all those things that we find important and combined them into one, made themselves very, very exciting. So they can always stay on top. So it's going to be really interesting to see over the years how social media continues to change and how companies will start to compete with these big companies and try and take over. So it's really exciting. So thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask, and I hope you have a great afternoon.